Right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a lecture in rhyme and Night of 1,000 Cheese Puns from Rob Miles. Rob's been doing this for about 30 years in aid of comic relief, but this is the first virtual event and is a new departure. Just hope it all works out from our side. I've known Rob for at least 15, maybe 20 minutes, and he assures me that this will be entertaining. Based on this friendship, I've no reason to disbelieve him. But I do know how much work Rob has put into this, so please dig deep to support his efforts. And now, with no more ado, I will attempt to hand over to the inimitable Mr. Rob Miles.
Thank you for that very average introduction, Pete. That was mildly awesome. My name is Rob Miles. I used to work at the University of Hull. Now I don't. I work somewhere else. I work in this room, which you can see, which is surrounded by stuff and bits, and a whole bunch of buttons I can press, including this one here, which will do that, and then do that, and then do that. And we're ready to go. So welcome. Thank you so much for coming. Oh, you haven't come. All right, fine, that's okay. Hello. It feels like I've done lots of these, and most of them involve some cheese. Yay! I'm back again for one more go, although the writing is very slow. I had months to prepare this, and I was still at 10 minutes ago making the slides not look wrong. And whether I've succeeded or not, I'll let you judge. But anyway, thanks for coming or signing in. I hope I cause at least one grin. It's still rhyming, it's all good. Money, money, the root of all evil. Please give money, lots of it. And then this talk will be legit. Part with cash and then relax. It's best if you pay in advance, actually. It's best if you pay before we get to the Night of 1,000 Cheese Puns. Please pay before we get there, because anyway, moving on, especially if you've added tax. A good way to support this ode is to open up the QR code. There it is, justgiving.com fundraising/Rob-Miles-lecture. I want my watch to be buzzing with emails from people who've donated. I want to, yeah, I want to buy Russia. No, I don't want to buy Russia. I don't want to buy Russia. That's silly. Okay, but before thanks to those who made this work. From tricky tasks they never shirk, starting with .NET North folks, who once or twice laughed at my jokes. And with special thanks to Peter Vickers, whose name is very hard to rhyme with. Life, eh? Tags are fun. Yeah, these are awesome. If 3D printing is what you do, I've got something rather nice for you. They're tiny tags to make and sell. I've made them for years. Well, not a few years. And they support the cause you know so well. None of these tags is quite the same. And you can even use them in a game. All on tagsoffun.com. Go down there, download the STL files, and then print them and then sell them for tons of money, and print out the battle tags game and play that and become an expert. Why not? It's all good stuff. And it's great this because I can be as rubbish as I like because it's made a charity. So how could that possibly go wrong? Moving on. Welcome to the Fit the Audience one and all. I thought I'd book the Albert Hall. The pandemic price was very low, but it turned out no one else could go. So here we are. I'm all online. I'm sure that it will turn out fine. Beep. Hang on a minute then. Oh, we should be okay. Yeah, it's going all right. Oh, and we're back. Yeah, some things you just can't kill. There you go. Agenda, thing auction. Make a bid just like I did. Ambient Computing and knitted little boxes. A world of computers, we salute you. Naked JSON. Oh, everyone should know this stuff. It really isn't very tough. And the Night of 1,000 Cheese Puns. God blimey. Do you know where I live? You don't know where I live, do you? No one knows where I live. I'm actually in Russia at the moment. Yes. A recap with cheese, not to be sneezed at. Remote slapstick, which is when I get my comeuppance. Find your solace with a pie in my face. So if you've got some cash you think is spare, I think that we can help you there. I've got some things I've made to sell, and I think they are rather swell. They are all unique, and I'm not joking. Each comes with a non-fungible token. Now, I had a go at making some non-fun Gibbon tokens. And I got some artwork, and then I ran out of time, but I will be releasing some non-fun Gibbon. I have a picture of a depressed Gibbon on them. Okay, and I got some lovely drawings of depressed Gibbons, because if you ask the internet for depressed Gibbons, you get, it's great. Anyway, yes, and I'll do a non-fungible token. It will be unique, and I will validate it for you for a small 60 million. Sounds about right to me. Red Nose Day light. It's on the screen. I can just give you a little glimpse-a-rooney. That's the light there, where my finger, and it's got 16 LEDs in there, all different colors. And some of them flash, and it is actually a connected little box, and it works a treat, and I've disappeared, and that's going to put me back again. And it's a real good laugh, but rather hard to photograph. It doesn't work. They're so bright, it's hard to see them. And a connected box that's network powered, it should keep you amused for hours. There's only one of these in the world. Okay, and it's here. And unless I make another 500, should I mention that? Not sure. Then it will be yours, unique and special. And for the LEDs alone, it's worth at least 75 pence. So we're going to move on from there. Battle Tags game. I thought I'd do a plush, a game that pits tag against tag, or packaged in a nice red bag with 2 tag sets and special dice. I think you'll find it rather nice. So these are the 2 things. Can you bid in the chat, please? I can watch the numbers get bigger and bigger and bigger, and all that kind of good stuff. So bid in the chat, and at the end we'll have a reckoning, and then you just put a donation onto Red Nose Day's site, whack it in there as a donation, and then money comes back, and everything's good and all's wonderful in the world. So yeah, please do that. That's the auction done. That's wonderful. Battle Tags game. There's the. It does have rules. It has been play tested. I didn't win. You invent a game and someone beats you at it. Bit silly, really. Thing auction, yeah. Bid in the chat to get hold of these. UK postage only, please. If you wanted to go further, I'm happy to do it, but you have to pay the postage because. I'm not sure I understand. Oh, thank you, Siri. Now you can go away. It closes when the rhymes run out. Be quick, or you might leave with nout. If you're not the highest, don't be sore. You can always bid a little more. So just keep putting money in there. It'd be great. So let's get back to the proper text, the stuff you're here to learn about. Come to me for learning. There's a plan. Computers all around. Ambient computing puts computers all around, discovering our needs before we've even made a sound, to do just what you want in a way that will not vex you, which is not always a thing you can say about Alexa. Now, don't say Alexa. No, Alexa pound stuff here. It's all good. Fine. Good. Plenty of little boxes. I'm way of doing the job. Using very small computers that cost just a few bob. They're very cheap, these. I want everyone to make some and discover what they do, which is why I got some here that I'm going to show you. Let's do, important. This is important. This is a serious bit. I'm wearing a jacket. I can be serious. Before we get too swept away, there's something I should share. There are quite a few important things about which we should care. Privacy is one thing, security is another. This stuff is not something we can trust just like a brother. Don't forget security. The stuff I'm doing is just for fun and mostly colored lights. It's not the kind of content that will hurt or start up fights. But if you want to do this properly, you should take this to your heart and put security and privacy in your system from the start. It's hard to add afterwards. Now, if you do want to do it properly, you can still do it for free because Microsoft Azure IoT Hub is very secure and very free for 800 messages a day. So take a look at that bit before you go too nuts. But I'm just flashing lights, so I don't really care. Everything I'm doing is open because at the end of the day, somebody out there will send a command that will cause the custard pie cannon to fire custard pie into my face. Okay, that's going to happen right at the end. I have to wait for that one, but that's going to come and it's all open. So anybody in the world can do this, but only you will know how. So there you go. That's the power you've got. So what are these things? Let's just show you a connected little box. And this is the shortest demo in the game. If I do that, you can see there's a box here. Say hello to my little box. Okay, press that button there. And the box over there goes red. Release it, it goes green. Doop, 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 doop. That's, well, I can't hear a round of applause in the distance, but I'm sure there's one going on. But that's kind of what we're talking about. That's all I really want to do is just do that. Because that way, if you can do that, you can do everything else as well. So that's where we look at this. Oh, my printer's doing things. Hello. I printed a list of instructions out. They're still over there on the printer. That's going really well, Rob. So these little boxes, if you're wondering just what it is that makes the boxes work, a processor and lettering inside the box does lurk. And the thing about this pair of them that makes them very nice is you can buy them both from China at a really tiny price. And I'm talking here about, there you go, the ESP8266 is £2 and the 12-lead pixel ring is £1. And that's it. So for, how much is a pint of beer? What is a pint of beer? Where can you get pints of beer? Do pints of beer still exist? None of these things we don't know anymore, but less than the price of a pint, you can get a device you can talk to from anywhere in the world. And you can put software in there to make it do all kinds of stuff, but you don't have to, because my little boxes, software is not required. You can just do it anyway, which is really good. So here you go. The software tools are free, although you do not have to code. Just download all the firmware from its GitHub share abode. So they're on GitHub. Once you put the code inside, it's really quite ethereal. Well, I like that one. You can set them up and make them work by sending data, serial data. Oh, looking, this is good. So another bit of bravery. Here we go. Let's just drift over to the best place in the world to do things, which is Visual Studio Code. And this is all my code in here. And there's a fair bit of it. And not all of it rhymes. Quite a lot of this code is actually just straight line stuff. But I can send commands. And I can send a command to my little yellow box, and I can say, I want to talk, I can use a shift key, process. I'm going to talk to the pixels. And I'm good, I've done it upstairs. So, and I'm going to go set name color because I'm setting a named color. And I typed in lots and lots of colors. There's all kinds of really stupid colors like burnt this and dark that are all the same kind of white. So I got rid of those. Set name color. And we're going to, that's a command. I've typed that wrong. Oh dear. I hate typing with an audience. You just look the other way for a second while I do this. Command. Set named color. Oh, I've forgotten how to do. I'm spelling color with the English way just to annoy Americans. And not that that's hard to do. Color name, green. Okay, and then I just go like that, and I go bang, and I'm going to hold this up to so you can just see it like that, and it's not, you can't really see it. So boop, and it's gone green. If you want proof, then you've got, look at this, you've got proof now, it's gone green, and I can make it go other colors. So I can have a conversation with it and tell it to do things, and it just works. Isn't that wonderful? Well, I think so. The idea is that you send it these commands and they just do stuff, and that's rather, so there you go, you talk to chips. So what we're using for that is called naked JSON. Ooh. Stop doing that. It's just, that's the command I've just sent. This is not a program. It is just a command. It's written down in JSON, which is our box can understand. If I was teaching programming again, I would start with JSON first because it tells you how they talk. If you, this is not in rhyme, but it's good stuff. So pin your ears back. If you have a browser and everything out and they talk to each other, they all use JSON. This is how everything, this is how the web works. This is how things move around. JSON describes the data. When you're browsing on the net, your browser and the server, use it to send and get. They do. The format isn't complex. It's not that hard to crack it. A JSON object fits between a pair of curly brackets. So named variables bear the data that the JSON message transfers. These values are all strings. And this is basically the command you've just seen. And this is, I want this thing and this thing, this thing. You can do a shopping list, you can do JSON. It's a bit like that. Vertical quotes, they are important. They mark the start and end of strings and names of items in JSON objects that we send. We can also send numbers if that's what we want to get done. This statement sets the brightness with a value of 0.1. Well, I'm enjoying myself. The rest of the audience is sort of, I don't know, slapping their foreheads and crying into their beer. Have you got a beer? I wish I had a beer. Moving on. The time it makes your head hurt and your brain it begins testing is the time when you discover that JSON supports nesting. And this is really the thing. Bright command is an object. This thing here, folks, is an object. Oh, which contains 3 properties, and objects can contain other objects. Now you can make this as complicated as you like, but if it starts to hurt your head, don't worry. I've just made a thing I've called bright command, and in there I have actually put a process, some pixels, commands, brightness, and all kinds of other bits and pieces, and that's how you do data structures, and that's why I would teach JSON first. Our JSON is simple. I'm not here for the scares. We're going to send our messages as name and value pairs. So it's a process called pixels, a command called set name color, a color name called green, and away we go. But you want things to happen when I press buttons, because that's what life's all about, is pressing buttons. So I've added 2 new properties, a listen behavior to express that the sensor is the button, the trigger is when it's pressed. So I can say, do this when the sensor tells you to, and not before. And so that you can see this in action. Let's have some in action now. So I can get the same command. I'll type it in again. One type. The process is pixels. Anybody bought any bidding going on? Because bidding would be good. Command. What we're going to do? Oh yeah, set name color green. Set named color. And we're going to make the color go yellow. I quite like yellow. Color name. Yellow. As this friend of mine's been going out with a girl who's got X-ray eyes, but I have no idea what she sees in him. Pete's just pulled a face. Oh no, it's his normal face. Oh. Sensor, button, trigger, press. So my light should go yellow when I press the button. Can we see if it works? So if I do that, it says, okay, you wait for the button to get pressed. There's my, you just see the green on there? You see the green? If I do that, it goes yellow. And it stays yellow because I haven't told it what to do if it doesn't, which is quite interesting. So there you go. See, you can just, if you want to do something, which I started doing, just making lights change when buttons are pressed and stuff. And that's what this does. The listeners remember what they have been told to do. When the button is released, the pixels will tell them. That one says when you release it, go blue. So I can put that in, it will go blue as well. Now I'm sending, now this is the bit that makes it interesting. This is the bit when you go, woo, if you haven't already. Oh, you haven't, oh, never mind, moving on. Now I'm sending messages across the internet. When someone presses a button, a message someone will get. Now there's a bit at the bottom, the to bit, which is that bit there that says, do this and send the message to another box. So I can now, when I press the button, you know how I press that button and that box changed color? Well, now you know how it works. It is as simple as that. Go tell that box to go red when I press the button. In fact, I've been doing this. And if you look here, you can see in my program here that I've got 2 things listening to that button now. And if I press them, they both fire. One of them says, go red. Where's yellow? It should be yellow. It should be yellow on somewhere. Oh, that's local. Okay, it's sending a message to the other button to say go green as well as going yellow itself, which is quite inspiring in its own way. Messages are directed by the to property. If you add it to the JSON, the command set on MQTT. So what this means, folks, is that for £2, £3, you can buy a thing which you can attach to the internet for free via your Wi-Fi and then link to another thing somewhere else. Maybe in the same country, maybe a long way away. It doesn't matter. You press that button, you use this command, the thing lights up or changes color or whatever. So you can make these things just work. They cost you nothing. Wonderful. Little digression about MQTT. Message Queue Telemetry Transport. That's what MQT stands for. Although I'm afraid I must report, knowing it doesn't tell you much more. There you go. MQT is a thing with a broker that sits in the middle and gets the things that devices have spoken. In this case, it's our JSON text. Subscribers can say that they want to get a message on topics they like. The broker then passes them on to the subscriber when each one arrives. That mostly rhymes. I'll take that. That's okay. I'm good with that. I'm moving forwards. The broker does not store the data. It just sends it on when it arrives. It cares not what the data relates to. That's down to those who publish and subscribe. Wonderful. You can run MQTT brokers in-house for local devices to talk, or you can run one worldwide. Then anywhere your data can walk. It's up to you. You could actually, oh, everyone's excited. You can actually put these things in your house and link the devices around the house and keep it all secure and friendly. Or you can do completely insane things like make a cannon that fires cream and put that on the internet for anybody to access. So audience participation time, 2 words that scare me more than anything. You have to go here. www.hivemq.com/demos/websocket-client. I'm not even going to try and rhyme with that because life is too short. This link is also in the chat because Pete just put it there. Thank you, Pete. Press connect. Connect is where it's at. There's a connect button which should have an arrow going to it, but it hasn't done. That's life, isn't it? So just go to this connection and press connect, and then you can tell the Hive MQTT client where you want to send your message. And this thing here, the red nose day sign, is called command/red nose day light. So if you do that, you can turn my red nose day green. And I'm waiting for someone to do it, because you just have to put in that pixels command that we all know and love, and put in the topic, and then you can turn my sign green. So process pixels command set and color. Someone should do this, and my pixels should turn green. No one has yet. Is it broken? Well, maybe there's no audience. That's probably it. That would make perfect sense. But if it's not working, no, that's never going to happen. Do you want me to show you it doing it? Because I think I can probably do that. If I go to my browser. I need a browser. I'll find me a browser. Let's use Edge because it's gone green. Someone's done it. It must be Pete. Thank you, Pete. You're a star. Thank you. I'll put away this stuff about whatever that is, and we'll call that a win. And I'll keep moving forward. But you can. It's gone blue. It's gone cyan. Keep on trying to cut. If you don't believe me, take a look. There you go. It's changing color now, and it will do that. So if you get a red nose day sign, it's a sign. You can do what you like with it. If you want to, you see the word hello, you can replace that word with another word if you wish, or you can turn the thing into a clock. The clock is interesting because the clock works the same way. The clock uses a clock sensor, which goes ping every second. And the thing it delivers is the time, which it then displays. So you can make these things into complicated message displays. You can look, it's gone off now. That's what black looks like. That's just to psych me out. You can't. Nobody here can see this. It's presently. Oh, you can. It's presently. It's white now. But isn't that lovely? I like that so much. Okay, so we can do that. The audience participation worked. I shall write that down. That's lovely. Thank you very much. So we come to the big feature, the night of 1,000 cheese puns. Okay, moving forward. Have you all donated? I hope you have, because this is going to really okay. Puns in abundance. 1,000 puns sounds quite a lot. I'm sure we all agree. But it turns out that the value has been expressed in binary. I see. Abundance, by the way, is a medium-sized mountain cheese from the Haute Savoie. Now, what is a medium-sized mountain cheese? Is it the cheese that's medium-sized or the mountain? Could it come from a big mountain? I think we should be told. Nobody knows, but that's abundance. That's a cheese pun. That's number one. Just a few more to go. That knocks it down to 8, actually. 1,000 binary is 8. If decimal we use. Actually, I could do 1,000. So it'll be here till 2:30. Whey. They say ricotta is the oldest whey cheese made famous in that 60s single by animals. Ricotta, get out of this place. Which is, that's just another, I'm keeping count here, and I'm sure you are as well. Better worse than death. 6 hours of cheese puns would not be fun. Even for aficionados, it would be silly. So instead, I'll use the best ones. Don't worry, I'll choose carefully. Feta is a Greek brine curd white cheese made from sheep's milk or from a mixture of sheep and goat's milk, made famous in the Breaking Bad spin-off TV show Better Call Saul. No? Right, moving on. Carefully is a hard white cheese. It's the only cheese that contains the name of a female horse. Not a pun, it's still true. You're damned if I do. I'm going to do a recap, a kind of a review with just one more cheese pun. Does that sound good to you? Edammed, a semi-hard cheese that came in the Netherlands. It's the only cheese that's made backwards. That's still one of my favorites, absolutely. And similar to Edam, Gouda is a firm cow's milk cheese. Now, what's a firm cow? This is way outside my expertise and comfort zone, so we'll move on from there. Ambient computing puts computers all around. Little boxes are an idea that is sound. JSON describes objects in packets of text. MQTT publishes messages to the topic you select. You can make a web backend to add more features. Great. The binary of 1,000 turns out to be only 8. These are the things you've learned. Reverie, by the way, is a cheese, and you can find it if you go and look. And so now we come to what is probably going to be quite interesting, the remote slapstick. And I'm going to show you a few things and move some cameras around now. This is going to be quite. I have made this, the cream pie cannon, okay? This is the cream pie cannon. I made it for a bet, which I think I lost. Yeah, I really hope it works. We haven't fired it yet. This is the plastic cannon. We load it up with cream. The Lego mechanism pulls the trigger when it sees green. Now, I wanted to control this. So the connected little servo down the bottom there can be controlled. Oh, that was a bad day, wasn't it? By remote. If you move green beneath the sensor, change your color again. I'll have to change my coat. So what's going to happen now is you can see the address of the cannon. You can see the servo, but the value is not correct. I'm going to just do this. I'm going to take my cannon. Here you go. This is the cannon. Okay, can you all see that? I'm going to arm it. I'm going to take off my jacket because I think I probably should. And throw it over there.
We can't see the cannon.
You can't see the cannon. It's here. Sorry, yes, the cannon is here. Okay. My jacket off. I might take my tie off too, because it wasn't a silk tie, but it was still a tie. I'll take that off. I'm going to get covered in cream in a minute, if it works. And someone out there will be the person that did it, which would be amazing. So, okay, now I take the cannon. It's loaded. I need the cream. I have some cream. So are we all watching carefully? Because yes, how could this possibly go wrong?
Rob, we can't see the cannon. Trust me.
I'll tell you, I'll do this. I'll do this. Boom.
That's it.
Cannon, cream. Thank you, Pete. I've armed it. I open up the cream hub. I've never used this before in my life, but I'm sure it'll be really good. I then fill it full of cream. Oop, get cream on my trousers. Okay, close the lid. Put the cannon back into the mechanism. Okay, start the program running. And wait for someone to turn the servo to the right position. You're hitting command/CLB-3030A6, and you're giving it a command to set the servo position to a value. And I would try the value number 1 and see what happens. If I switch to the big camera, this guy, you can see me, the cannon, and the whole shooting match. And I'm just sitting there waiting for someone to hit the hive thing. No one gonna do it? Where's my towel? I need my towel. Oh, come on. Is it not working? Do I have to commit Harry Kiri by firing it at myself? You're going to have MQ. Let's just see if this. Are you going to try and trick me into shooting myself with a? Here you go. Oh, it's not worked. Oh, that's so good. I've forgotten to put the trigger on. Let's try it again, shall we? Yes, I forgot to put the trigger on, didn't I? So I'm an idiot. I do apologize. I haven't. It worked perfectly in rehearsal. Was there a rehearsal? Maybe there should have been. Okay, so if someone wants to do it, go back to 0 and then do it again, then we'll be in business. Oh no, everything's broken. I need to call in my assistant to let fly. I do apologize, my Lego has failed. Do you want me to do it to myself? Yeah, it's trying. It's my Lego motor's fallen off. This is the thing about, I'll try and fix it. I'm going to do a little bit of in-flight repairs here. It worked perfectly. I've got people controlling the server. That's good. So if I just, oh dear, the wire's got caught around itself. Mother told me there would be days like this. Okay, so, well done, but you missed me. You hit my pinball machine. Do you want me to load it again? Have another go? I think we should do it. What do you think we should do? Yeah, I think we should do. Sorry about that, but I know how to make it. It proves it works, though, doesn't it? It proves it works, and it proves we have a cleanup job at the end. So I'll reload it. I'll open that up. Put some more cream in. Oh. Close it up again. I'll put that back in. This is, I hope you're following all this, because I'm not sure whether I am. I'll then refit the trigger mechanism, which is the bit I forgot last time. And I have to just turn this. It has taken me ages to make this, and it still didn't work. So there you go. But I'd like it to work at least once, and I'm sure you would too. Oh, on my keyboard now. I am so sorry. One more. I'll do it to myself because, yes, hardware. Gotta love it. One go. This is it. Okay, I want you all to, this is all for money, by the way, so don't forget that bit. Right, last time. Okay, you ready? Hang on, I'll put it under the camera so you can see, you can enjoy it properly. Ready? Don't do this at home. Fine. Okay, round of applause. Yes. Tastes nice though, not bad. Okay, so right, back to the plot. My mouse has got cream on now. Alt tab. Yeah, we got it to work. Did we? Yes, the end. Always leave them wanting more. My mother used to say. This is where we reach the end of my talk for today. I hope you've learned some stuff. I hope you found it funny, but most of all, I really hope you've given us some money. Do we have any bidders on the thing auction? I can't see from here. I'll have to ask my glamorous co-host.
Yes, we do have some bidders.
Fantastic.
£36 for the light box so far, and £40 for the light box.
Who's it going up? Should we talk it up a bit? It's wonderful. It's just fantastic. Look at it. Ooh, there you go. It could be yours. Ooh, it could be. This could be yours.
£50 for the light box.
Ooh, keep going, keep going. I like the sound of this. How long should we wait?
I think the tags are up to £8.
Oh, that sounds fair. Yeah. If anybody wants tags, I can I've got lots of those. You can just contact me. If we say £8 a go, then you can just message me and I'll send you some through. It's all money. Just put a donation in. So if we're up to £50 for Lightbox, that's completely wonderful. Where are we now, Pete? This cream is very nice, actually. It is.
Sorry, £50 for the light box and £11 for the tags.
Perfect. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Contact me via Twitter or Pete. I'll get me your name and address. Put the money in as a donation and put in the comments of the donation. This is for the light box, or this is for the tags, and then we'll take it from there. I'll post them real quick. I know there'll be anticipation as soon as you pay the price with your Red Nose Day donation. One final thing. If you buy this month's Hackspace magazine, which is a really good read, it's especially good on page 94 onwards, where there's a whole article about my little boxes. So if you want a place to go and read about this, it's not in rhyme and there's no failed cheese cannon shenanigans, but everything else is doable and it all kind of works. But yeah, thank you very much for turning up. Thank you very much for donating if you have. If you haven't, then donate. and have a really splendid, I'm giving you a bit more of your evening back than planned. It's very hard to do these things to time, he said, but I don't think it's charity. You've got more time to yourself now. So thank you very much. And without any further
Rob,
ado,
our final winners seem to be Close Bracket with £50 for the light box, and Sleepy X Eurus 91 for the tags. And I'm sure they'll go onto the Just Giving page and pay for those.
fantastic.
Aidan, if you can get some emails or names and addresses, etc., I'm sure Mr. Miles will be posting those off second class unrecorded as soon as possible.
I'll put throw underarm on the box. That seems to help apparently as well.
Send them by Hermes. That'll teach them.
On the recording. Absolutely. If you want the instructions to make the Lego cannon thing, then they're not very good. They're kind of useless. But I'll put all the pictures up there, and I'll also put the Lego Mindstorms program in there, which actually does the business as well. It'll all go. robmiles.com is the blog to go for. That's where the Red Nose Day stuff is, and I'll put all this stuff up there on there as well as GitHub and other places. That was really funny. I'm sorry about the last bit. I'm sorry about my Canon not working, but I did shoot myself in the head live on stream with Cream. So there you go. But thank you very much for turning up. I hope it exceeded what expectations you had, although I suspect they may be adjustable. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Rob. Wonderful.